anything. I'm not gonna say I'm brave, but I'm gonna say this right off at the top. Thank you so much for coming out. I just have to say this, I have to get this off my shoulders. I've been thinking about it all week. I think we need public drag performances more than ever now. I think we need more than ever. It's for very selfish reasons, though. It's not like I'm altruistic. Like, I just need to know, I do this in front of a lot of people, so I need to know when the fit is a flop. And there is no group of people that will tell you that in public like drag queens. Like, they will tell you every single time, like they're putting a curse on you with 3 snaps and they'll have a quote or something from like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I don't know. Maybe Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Maybe the birdcage. Okay, I'm out of those references. Okay, let's keep going. I made a resolution this year. I'm actually going to be doing more book signings, so if you guys are around after the show, I haven't written a book yet, but I'll sign your book, no matter what it is. I'll just write, I didn't write this at all, Brendan Townend, and if I get really good at this or die, it'll be worth something, so pray for one of those 2 things to happen. I'll take any attention, really. It's at that point where I'm just like, at least someone's thinking about me. Lisa Marie Presley died recently. For those of you under 30 in the room, that was Elvis's daughter. For those of you under 20 in the room, that's that guy that movie was about that just came out. Okay. So now that we've got everyone on the same page, that had to be a weird life though, right? That had to be strange, being Elvis being your dad. The most famous rock star in the world is your dad. That's got to be weird. But the problem for me was, on the newscast that announced it, they said the following phrase: she really paved her own way in the entertainment industry, and I don't think that's what the fuck happened. I think she tried a little bit and showed up one day and was all like, hey guys, do you like this? And we're like, it's mid, we love it. We love your mid. Give us nothing but mid your entire life. And then she was like, well, my life is too normal now. I know what I'll do. I'll marry Michael Jackson. That was a choice. And it had to be the even weirder part, right? Because every weekend Macaulay Culkin was coming over for sleepovers. Michael was like, we're just friends, baby, don't worry about it. Now we all know that's a lie. Yeah, no one likes that joke. I get why you don't lie. I don't like the joke. I hate the joke because I used to be a big MJ fan. Pretty Young Thing, PYT can't put it in the mix anymore. It means something different now. Can't even listen to it. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm saying it, you're thinking it. Come on, what the hell? Like, gets us all started like, yeah, no, not that one, skip it. No way, I'm not gonna be party to that. Brendan Fraser won an Oscar, y'all. He won an Oscar, I know! My name is Brendan. As a Brendan, I owe him everything. And I am an elder millennial, so I remember Brendan Fraser 1.0. The cut, tan, sweaty. He had this hair. 16-year-old me wasn't gay, but I was like, I get it, ladies. I get it. I 100% get it. And then he quit Hollywood for like 2 whole decades because he went through a terrible divorce and he wanted to raise his young sons in somewhere that had morals, so it couldn't be Hollywood. So he moved them to the mountains of Kentucky where he took up archery, a sport you can do alone in sadness. Just so you know, that's not... Also, archery, not a lot of cardio. I don't know if you've noticed Brendan Fraser now. There's both more Brendan Fraser and less Brendan Fraser now. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't want to fuck him anymore. I think he deserves to be fucked. Because he's got good dad energy now. You know what I mean? Like, he deserves it. Like, if I see him, I swear to God, I'll suck the Mummy 3 right out of that man. I swear to God. Because he broke both of his knees and his back on the Mummy 3. Are you kidding me? That movie was terrible. No one saw it. We all saw the Mummy 2. We're like, that doesn't look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at all. We didn't want to come back. Those are for older people jokes. Okay, all right, let's... Jet Li came out of retirement for the Mummy 3, and no one cared. That was the thing. Jet Li was like, I'm not doing any more kung fu movies. And they're like, this isn't technically a kung fu movie, it's technically an archaeology movie. He was like, you got me. Okay, let's do this. Did someone give a small clap for that? That's weird. That's weird. Okay, hold your applause. I got some sad news to hit you with. I'm sorry about this, but last week my wife had to put her horse down. It's sad. It was a 32-year-old animal. She had known it the entire time. It's super sad. And then later in the week, she got a bad haircut. Even worse. I know, it adds insult to injury because then outwardly everyone can see your inward pain is what happened. And the problem is she's got this really cute haircut where she's got it short and it's curly, but it's asymmetrical. It's super punk rock. I'm into it. I'm super into it, okay? But they cut it too short and now she just looks like Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. Not my thing. Michael's thing. Not my thing, okay? All right? Not my thing. I'm not into that, but she's trying to meet me halfway, so she's trying to like lay little booby traps, sexy booby traps around the house. I got up yesterday, barefoot, stepped right on Christmas ornaments. I was like, okay. I did not expect, I am interested in this. This is weird. Came home from work later that day, burned the shit out of my hand on the front door knob. I was like, oh, I'm getting hard. What is this? This is weird. And then I opened the front door and my foot went right through the nail. I exploded right there. I swear to God, I exploded right there. What I'm saying is if you see me next week with the burned top of my head, I'm having the best sex of my life. Just know that I'm having the best sex of my life right now in my house.
All right.
It's not something I'm happy about, sir.
That's okay.
Me and my wife, like, we like our foreplay like we like our magicians, you know? A lot of up-close hand stuff. It's a magician joke, I'll let that sit. There's nothing else to it. I feel like they need more animal sex positions. Doggy style is not enough. Why not open up to the whole animal kingdom, you know? Like hippo style? It's the same exact thing, just two fat people do a doggy style. It's the same move. Honestly, interestingly enough, hippo style kills more people annually in Africa than lion style. A lot of people don't know that. Unless you watch Nat Geo documentaries while staying up late at night smoking tons of weed. Just like, yeah, eat the shit out of that. Okay. Koala style. I had a gentleman in Colombia yell from the back of the room. He was like, it's when it's upside down. I was like, no, sir, they're on the other side of the planet. They're not upside down, you idiot. Koala style is actually when everyone involved does have chlamydia. Fun fact. Fun fact about koalas. Fun fact about koalas. Ladies, I see your attention waning. I doubt I ever had you during this bit, but here we go. This one's for you. Praying mantis style. Praying mantis style. If he doesn't make you come, you get to bite his head off. You know what I mean? One way or the other tonight, you're getting head is what I'm saying. You're getting head one way or the other tonight. That one's for the ladies. It's mostly for my wife. All right, okay. I'm going to end on this before bringing up your first comedian. This is one of my oldest and dumbest jokes. I don't know why I started doing it again. And I've got merch that like works around it now, but the merch didn't come in because it came from Canada. It's holed up in customs. I know, lucky me. I could have made dollars from you tonight. So I'm just going to go, without further ado, I'm just going to end my set on this. It's an impression. If anyone is really big on TikTok, I recommend you film this, but seeing the age of the audience, I'm going to go for Instagram. What? Instagram? Facebook? MySpace? Anyone? Okay, all right. Because here's the thing, I'm trying to get served a cease and desist from the Disney company, because that is a good thing at this point in my career. That's the best thing that could happen to me. I need you to understand that is the best. Like, Disney doesn't want me to tell my jokes. I'll be booked everywhere. It'll be great. So this is an impression of Mickey Mouse giving a blowjob. Getting a blowjob, sorry. Whoa, that's very different. That's a very different impression. I'm not ready to do that other impression yet, okay? Well, in a couple of years, maybe I'll be there. But Mickey Mouse receiving oral pleasure. Okay, there we go. We made it weird now. Might want to close your eyes, because I'm not going to be doing much with my body up here. So without further ado... Whoa. Whoa. Hey, slow down. Whoa. Yeah. Good boy, Pluto. Everyone's doing a quick thing in their head. We're like, that tongue is big, you know. That he had a really big tongue. He's right about that. He's right. And now you can't unthink that. I've got great news. You paid for one show, but you're going to get a little bit more because I have an additional comedian opening up the night. So what you paid for, you're getting extra on. I'm super excited about it. Your first comedian actually came in the car with several other comedians, so I was like, okay, good enough. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love her. Put your hands together from Atlanta. Give it up for Kristen Neal.
Amazing introduction. I happen to be in the car, everybody. You too can be on this stage if you just ride in the car with better comics. Anybody keeping up with their New Year's resolutions? What are you doing?
I'm working out.
Very good. Congratulations. Everyone hates you now, but very good.
That's okay.
It's all right. Like I do it every year too. Like I'm still trying to use my holiday weight. I did lose 2 pounds last week though, so.
Yes.
Thanks. It is just because I shaved my legs for the first time in 8 months. It is gross. You can have a pillow with it, sir. I know. It's a lot. But it still counts at Weight Watchers. They don't ask you how you lost it. It's very nice of them. But my husband, like, he has no issue with food. Like, he says things about food that I would never say. Like, no thanks. You're like, what? What's wrong with you? Like, even over COVID, he ate good. He went for walks twice a day. He won Yard of the Month 2 months in a row, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. I'm looking into it. And it was really embarrassing having those signs in the front yard. You know, meanwhile, I'm inside, seeing how many Oreo thins I can fit in my mouth, you know. It's 12. And, I got in trouble again the other day because I was trying to clean up down here a little bit. You know, trying to shave off a few more ounces for Weight Watchers. And my husband caught me using his beard trimmer. It was just right there, right, man? It was just... He came in and he was like, please stop. I was like, fine. This is a mess now. This is never going to win Yard of the Month. Had my little sign ready and everything. You know? I'm still going to have Barbara come by from the HOA to measure my bush. So it might still be the best in the neighborhood. I'm not sure. He also hates it when I use his nose hair trimmer. But that's fine. It's a lousy vibrator anyway, so I don't mind. It's real pinchy. Not worth the 2-in-1. I love doing comedy. I love all my comedy friends that I get to ride places with. I have a lot of young comedy friends, which is really fun. I'm not a youth. Like, I won't tell you how old I am. I don't care if I just like games. So, like, when I caught my first boyfriend cheating, it involved a pager and a phone book, if that gives you, like, a... Like, I lost my virginity to the song Back That Ass Up, Juvenile, in the back of a Saturn, if that... There's some younger folks here. That was a type of car. They were made out of rubber. They were awesome. I played bumper cars with them. It was fun. And I actually had one young comic call me a MILF. I was actually very offended. I should be?
You're beautiful.
Aww. What are we doing after this? Husband. All right. But I was offended because, I've been married a long time. And I just think it's really rude to call someone a MILF when you don't seem to want to follow through on it, is what I'm saying. Thank you. That F doesn't stand for flirting, all right? It's not mom, I'd like to flirt with, okay? You say it, spray it. That's all I'm saying. Respect your elders. But it's cute. But that's cute. I have a nice little name for them, too, I call them a Guinea-what. That would be a guy I'd never fuck even when I was hot and 22. So that'll show them, right? I'm sure they're real sad about that. I don't want to be a cougar. I don't want to have sex with young men. Like, I'm the opposite of a cougar. I'm like a mother hen, Like, I just want to sit on these young men until they hatch. Okay, well, all right. That still sounds bad. I'll see some of you in the bathroom later. All right, thank you guys so much.
I'll keep it going for Kristen Neal. Let her hear it. She needs your applause because being added on the show means she is the least likely to get paid comedian you're going to see tonight. So she needs the love and maybe a few dollars. Just shoved it down her shirt later. Just if you have those dollars just hanging out, sir. You seem to be such a good supporter. I'm just saying follow through. I'm just saying follow through. Okay, all right. I've got more comedians for you who were originally booked on the show, is the good news. You're next to me. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I've had her at multiple shows every single Wednesday night at Totally Awesome Bar. I run a rotating theme showcase. She made herself known. I was like, what an amazing gift to Savannah. She relocated from Chicago. She's a comedian and waitress. You guys are gonna love her. Put your hands together for Stephanie Weber!
Like you're having a good time, are you? Are you lying to me? You're having, yes, you say? Okay, yes, thank you. Who here's a couple? Who's a couple? You look sad about it. He looks sad. Are you okay? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm chewing popcorn, I'm sorry.
You're chewing popcorn? No, he looks sad. You're honestly like, you're being legendary right now. Like, he was like, and are you guys okay? Are you soulmates?
Yeah.
No, you didn't answer. This one didn't answer. This one didn't answer. Let the record state. Let the record state. No, that's okay. You saw it too. Yeah, you saw it too. I just like to stir the pot. You know, that's an accent. I like to stir the pot. You know what I mean? I like to stir the pot. Now I'm British. Is anyone a casting agent? Yeah. Right. What? Shut up. Okay, so it's like speak when spoken to. All right. It's not a call and response. It's not a church. You're not allowed to speak in tongues at me. Like, ew, that's violent. You know, that's like really, like, ugh. You know what I mean? Like someone with blue hair screaming. Okay, is this Sonic? You know, like this is crazy. This is crazy. You're all witnesses. Am I in a Sonic? Okay. Am I in a video game? You know what I mean? Like, shut up. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm just messing with you guys. All right. I don't believe in soulmates. I just asked that question for a fun little transition. It's kind of like a trick of the trade. You know, like I love asking that question because one person always says yes. And the other person looks at me like, shut up, please stop. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you absolutely like, stop, don't do this, you know, please. Like, I have to go home with this. Like, we're gonna be in the car, we're gonna fight about this. Because they said yes and I didn't say yes. So, you know, and I don't know what I feel about love right now. You're making me examine a lot of things. My parents got divorced when I was 5 years old. What am I supposed to do here? Do you want me to have sex tonight? You know? And so that's why I asked that question, because I want to tell one joke. Literally, I asked that entire question for one joke. I don't believe in soulmates, but one time a guy ate me out and made me a frittata. And that's what I call love. I believe in that forever and ever, amen. Yes, hallelujah. Now the church can say amen. I love breakfast. You love breakfast? You love breakfast. She loves breakfast too much. Okay. She's like, I start every day with coming. I love it. I have a boy. Sorry. I have a boy. I have a boyfriend. Oh God, I have a boyfriend. Oh my God, it's just disgusting. I'm sorry. It's disgusting to be like a woman right now and have a boyfriend. Like, that sounds so straight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's disgusting. But also, I'm 34, and it's like kind of goo goo gaga, right? Like, it's like baby to be like, I have a boyfriend. You know, like, grow up. Grow up. Like, are you going to class? You know, like you have a little backpack, you have a boyfriend. You know, it's really disgusting. It's infantilizing. It's gross. It's gross, right? You agree? It's disgusting. Yeah. Especially in the South, I cannot believe y'all. Like, everyone, the first thing, they'll be like, how are you? Are you married? Do you have children? I'm like, oh my God, this is violent. Like, this is really, you're not supposed to ask those questions. You know, anywhere but here, I guess. I'm not used to that. So what I started saying is that I am married, he's in prison, and I'm actually barren! So I'll never have them! And it kind of makes people uncomfortable, and so they stop talking to me entirely. You know, it's really good to make friends. It's really good. No, I have a boyfriend, and wanted to have a threesome, and I've actually never had a threesome before. This is not an invitation, like please do not, come up to me, ask me, talk to me at all. Yeah, I'm so sorry. So, lo siento, I'm Cuban if you like want me to translate. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So I've never had a threesome. It's like it's not that I'm not interested, it's just that I'm a Virgo and I need to know what to shave when, You need to plan. You're laughing, are you a Virgo? Yeah. You have a calendar, you want to know, what are we doing? What are we doing and when are we doing it? Right. And people have told me, they go, Stephanie, Stephanie, it's spontaneous. When you have a threesome, it's just like, don't plan it, you just like feel it out. Like, okay, never, I'm sorry, I have never been in a group of friends hanging out and been like, after this Scrabble game, when I get the high word score, you don't want to touch genitals? Like, I've never been in that situation. You have. You're looking at me like, you nerd. Like, I want to give you my lunch money, Okay, yeah, so he was like, no, Stephanie, a threesome would be so cool. I would let you choose the girl. Oh, sire! Oh, my liege! Oh, sir! Whatever have I done to deserve your favor? Oh, little old me, I get to choose the girl. How thoughtful, my liege! I will give you 1,000 blowjobs for the honor! I was like, if I get to choose one, I'm gonna choose someone who looks like your mom. Yeah, it's a challenge now. No one's having fun. I want to know how bad you want this. I'm like, oh, this is Mrs. O'Malley. Oh. Yeah, she's 97. Ooh. She plays both OS and Georges. Let's get it started here. Yeah, she babysat you when you were 10 years old. Da 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 da. That's Cuban. Okay, yeah, we're having fun. We're having fun in here. I just got, so I did move here from Chicago, right? And I got my hair cut recently. And, thanks, I guess. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. When you move to a new city, it's really hard, right? It's really hard to find that. And I wanted like a cute, like a little pixie, like a little bob or something. Because in my head, I'm just like a little mod girl, and I'm always riding a scooter. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to drive. So roads are scary. Bikes are even scarier. So I went to this lady, and I was like, can you please cut my hair short? And her answer was no. And she said, but your ears would show. You guys, I'm in my 30s, like, that is not an insecurity that I have ever had in my life. Like, I'm not at an age where I get new ones, Like, when you're in your 30s, everyone's like, you're a girl boss, you're pussy queening your way through life! And she's telling me my ears are weird for the first time in my entire life. I'm like, what do I do with this information? And then she convinced me that she had the best idea, and then she gave me this. And no offense. This is my mom's haircut. Yeah, it is. It really is. It really is. And you're nodding. You don't know Maria, but you kind of do now, right? Now that I said that, you're like, yeah, that is Maria Fernandez's haircut. You're right. Yeah, and like I said, I couldn't help myself. I said that, and then she looked like she was gonna cry. And so then I had to do that thing where your voice gets really high because you're lying. And I was like, that was actually really good. No, I want to look like her. Like, she's so pretty. My mom loves dogs. Like, I didn't know what to say. I was just like, she looks so smart. My mom always looks really smart. Like, I love it so much. Now I have this forever, and I don't like it. No, I know you guys look like you feel bad for me right now. Like, I am still hot. Like, it's okay. Hold your applause. Applause actually, like, makes me cry, so please stop. Please stop. It makes me scared. It makes me think that people are clapping at me, not for me. Does that exist? No, Savannah's weird. I like living here a lot. This is, like, the weirdest place I've ever been in my life. I was at the St. Patrick's Day parade. Hey! It's so weird. And this man which is violent just in and of itself. This man, you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, don't. He could tell I was, observing maybe as a city hick or something, because I'm from Chicago. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm from Chicago. Thank you. It does deserve it. It does. Does anyone else?
No.
Where are you from, Schaumburg? Ah, come on. That's a joke for us. That's a joke for us.
Joliet.
Really? No kidding. I grew up there. Okay, we're done. All right. That's enough, actually, and do not talk to me. Okay, so anyway. Well, this guy came up to me and he was like, he's like, where are you from? Where are you from? And, no, he said y'all. Sorry, uses us. Uses us. But he's like, where are y'all from? I said Chicago, and he goes, oh, I bet you're glad you're not watching people getting murdered every day. This is a 30-second interaction. This is 30 seconds with him meeting a guy. And honestly, I miss the murder. Like, I really do. Oh! The murder rate in Chicago has gone down since I left. Coincidence? Okay. What have I been up to? And then I swear to y'all, he was like, no, Chicago's like Afghanistan. Again, now we're banking on 45 seconds into a conversation, to a meet and greet. And if any of you in that room believe that, you are stupid and bad and wrong. And I was just like, so surprised. I'm like, no. And he goes, yeah, it is. Like, listen, I lived next to a pie shop that I walked to. And it was called Bang Bang, to be fair. It was called Bang Bang Pie Shop. That is real. The French silk is to die for. And, that's all true. But it's not the murder capital of the world. And I just want to give you guys all that, Savannah. You guys are so weird and so haunted. And I love you so much. And you've made ghosts attached to me now. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Keep it going for Stephanie Weber, y'all. I frequently refer to her as a wall of comedy. It's just, okay, we didn't expect all this. I'm now scared. Okay, cool. You had a good time. I could tell. I bet you were a little scared. It's okay. It can be both things. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the home stretch. That's right. I've gotten to the other people in the car from Atlanta time. I know. It's exciting. Up first, ease your feature for tonight. Atlanta comedy phenom. Please put your hands together for Kenny Stempien!
The chip on my shoulder, I got it today. I try to be cool with you niggas.
How y'all doing? Can I be super honest about something just really quickly?
Yes.
I didn't love the way that Kristen was addressed doing a guest spot here, because I'm going to give her the love that I think she deserves. Kristen Neal is one of my favorite people in the world and one of my favorite comics in the world. She's also incredibly sweet. Please make some noise for her. Additionally, I swear to Christ, if any of you try to put $1 down her shirt, I will kill you with a gun. They do not check the comics at the door for weapons. Hell yeah, dude. We can go back to the regular scheduled programming. Hell yeah, dude. I recently started a new relationship and seeing a new girl. My new girlfriend's taller than my dad, which is nice because he doesn't get to tell me what to do anymore. It's a good time. She's so tall, he's on our phone plan now. It's a soft show of aggression. What's interesting, too, is like my dad is 5'9", my mom's 5'2". I'm 5'10", she's also 5'10". And it's nice dating a girl who's taller than both your parents, because there's no better feeling than knowing that you're restoring your bloodline. Because like we don't even love each other. But like theoretically, like we have no reason to procreate. Because if we do, honestly, the only things we're passing on are like OCD, a fear of heights, and herpes. But her dad is 6'5", and I want my son to dunk. I also, like, if I have a kid, I want to have, like, a really big kid. Because, like, I want to hit him and not feel bad about it. Like, I want to go to give him a spanking and it be a fair fight. I think that'd be interesting. I'm dating someone new because I recently got out of a 7-year relationship. Yeah, give it up for me. Fuck yeah.
About time.
About time. That's what she said. No, it's fine. Here's the thing. We were together for 7 years. I'm 26 now. It's very hard to break up with someone that you dated when you were a teenager because it's very hard to break up with someone who used to fuck you when you had braces. And also, when you're together that long, there's not instructions on how to do it. So when I wanted to break up with her, I just bought a book called How to Leave Your Long-Term Relationship. And then one day she found that book. And that did the trick. That's all that book should be, is just one page that says leave this in a common space. Then 199 pages of crossword puzzles, that's it. That's all it should be, man. We broke up. I live by myself for the first time in my life now. I live in a very old apartment. I had a friend help me move, and he was moving. He was like, "It's a pretty old place. Are you afraid of ghosts at all?" And here's a fun fact about me. I'm very white trash, and I grew up in trailers. And if you grow up in trailers, it affords you the opportunity to not be afraid of ghosts. Because if there's a ghost in your trailer, you can just move it, dog. Ghosts are tethered to the land. So, if you live in a trailer with a ghost, it's because you made a ghost. Also, here's a fun fact. Ghosts don't haunt anything less than 500 square feet.
Facts.
They rely on the element of surprise. That's how it works. I'm just gonna slam my one cabinet door, dog? Fuck you. Just go to a psychic meeting and be like, my hot plate keeps turning on and off by itself. I don't know what that is. One of you has a wheezy laugh, and I like that. Hell yeah, dude. I was the last of my friends to go through a long-term breakup. Like I said, I'm 26. If you're from the South, like I am, a lot of people get married young. And if you get married at about 18, about 25 is when you start going through your first divorces. I don't know if any of you have ever seen a 25-year-old go through a divorce, but I would recommend it. I had a friend come over to my house. He was like, man, she left. She took everything. I was like, you don't have anything. What do you think everything is? And he's like, $1,200 in a Honda Civic. I was like, what year? He was like, 92. I was like, fuck, it was a good year for Civic. She got you, she did. I do think more people should get divorced. Here's why. My mom has been married and divorced 7 times. She's the best at it. Her retirement plan is just half of 7 dudes' different pensions. She gets an alimony payment from every branch of the United States military. And 2 militias in East Texas. She's a problem. All of her money is just from divorcing the troops. And it's made it very hard for me to tell people what she does for money. I had a friend ask me, he was like, my mom's a nurse, what does your mom do? And I was like, mostly Proud Boys, to be honest. Also, I tell people, sometimes I tell people my mom's been divorced that many times. A lot of times they're just like, wow, that's a lot of marriage and divorces. What they don't think about is, hey, Kenny, that means you had 6 stepdads. And we've already established I'm white trash, so that's 6 dudes I had to fight on my front lawn. Start keeping trophies. You go in my house right now, over my mantle is just 6 ripped wife beaters as a warning. You want to date my mom? We'll see what's up. Okay. That's actually how you become a stepdad. You get knocked out next to patio furniture. You wake up, got responsibilities, you better pay a bill in this goddamn house. I like that joke a lot. My mom hates that joke. This is a progressive city, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not. Y'all have a lot of monuments you shouldn't still have. In the name of history. I went on a bus tour. There was a lady with too thick of a southern accent to be doing a historical tour. I was like, you sound like you're advertising in a way that you shouldn't be. I always think it's interesting, people that like Confederate flags. I'll tell you this. I did a show in Alabama a few weeks ago. I've seen more Confederate flags in downtown Atlanta than I saw in Huntsville, Alabama. I don't think they have them. I think Atlanta's just got terrible PR and it's actually a nice place. But it's very interesting. I thought I would see a lot. And I told them that, and they were just really upset with me. Because I called them all hicks. And illiterate, which they are, because it's Alabama. I thought it was flat, like Kansas. It's not. They have mountains and beaches. It's crazy. But I told him, I was like, I think it's interesting you guys have so many people that like the Confederate flag. I think everybody that acknowledges it should have to compete in the Olympics as their own country. Because they're gonna win some events. Like in the summer, you know, like archery, probably, you know, marksmanship. But like, can you just picture like two dudes in Dolly Parton t-shirts trying to do like ice dancing? I would love to see a guy with a Duck Dynasty beard have to do the luge. I think it'd be very funny. You gotta give them incentives too. Why would they do that? I think for every gold medal they win, they get to keep one monument. Y'all already have them. Just give them away. That'd be a good way to fix your history. You just take everything bad and move it to Alabama. Be like, nah, dude, nothing bad ever happened here. It's so interesting. It's interesting as a tourist city. Like, I'm from originally Asheville, North Carolina. Appreciate it. Where are you from? Asheville?
No, it's my happy place.
Oh, okay. Give it up for her happy place. Fuck yeah. It's interesting being like from a tourist city and getting to be a tourist in other cities, because it's like, I get to do all the things here that I never got to do at home, like ride a pub cycle or like, you know, not tip my bartenders, shit y'all like to do. Other places. Make some noise if you're not tipping your bartenders tonight. Someone clapped. Hell yeah, dude, I like that. This set's dedicated to my grandmother. You're already ahead of me, fuck yeah, dog, I love that. Okay. My grandma died recently, this is fine. You know what's crazy? I just found this out. So both my grandmas died. I didn't just find that out, I was there. But I knew that happened. No, but both my grandmas died, and I got both their names just tattooed under my collarbones, because I was like 19. And, which is what you do. That's like, it is the most white trash thing ever to just put like dead people's names on your body. As if it's like some old English graveyard. It's like white trash Times New Roman, just like, meemaw poo poo. It's fucking. My This girl I was fucking one time, she was like, I have a good time when we have sex, but I just keep thinking about your grandma. And I was like, well, you keep coming, so. Now I just fuck like this, just. So stupid. She was, my grandma was a very cool lady. She was very cool in life, like, she was so cool in life. You ever meet somebody who was like so cool in life, they were cool when they died? Yeah, I feel like it's rare, but it happens. Yeah. So I didn't hear what you said, I just agreed, I'm so sorry. What did you say? Nipsey Hussle. He was at work. Oh, no, I meant like cool in the moment that they died.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, he was just at work. I know who Nipsey Hussle is. There is a comedian in Atlanta, he's an old white guy, who just like, his stand-up is just proving that he knows like things that black people know. And he just says Nipsey Hussle like 8 times a day, I swear to God, it's the funniest thing. It was just an aside for us, shut up. No, bless you. But anyway, here's the thing, she was very cool when she lived, she was very cool when she died. My grandma was very Catholic when she was alive, and she got sick, so she had to go to hospice. And when you're Catholic and in hospice, they bring in priests to do last rites, you know? And so they come in, and they're like, hi, we're here to do the last rites. And she's just like, no, I'm good. And they're like, we're Catholic, it's kind of what we do. And she just looks at them and goes, I don't like what you guys have been up to. And then she just died. Like with her last breath, she could have said, "I love you, I'll miss you forever." Instead, she looked a priest in his face, called him a pedophile to his face, and then went to heaven to tell his boss about it. She was... Also, I'm not unprepared. I'm just checking the time because I feel like I may have upset the host of the show. Give it up for Brendan. Now I'm unprepared and checking my notes. Hell yeah, I got roughly 2.5 minutes, and I like to take my time with this last joke. I'm at 12 and a half. I'm doing 15. It's more so for me than anybody. Listen. I don't know if you guys can tell by my general vibe, but I do not care for the police. I was recently detained in Eastern Tennessee on suspicion of drug trafficking. Yeah, and I got pulled over, and this police officer was like, "Do you have drugs on you?" And I said no, and I shouldn't have because I was lying. He said, "I'm asking one more time, do you have drugs on you?" I said no, and he looks me up and down. He goes, "You know that includes meth, right?" Which is hurtful, but also, too, nobody that's doing meth is like, "Oh, this is medicinal." No, meth is I have to be in Kansas tomorrow. That's what meth is. But I travel with drugs frequently because I had a bad childhood. And you knew that, shut up. Here's the thing, if you travel with drugs frequently enough, you all get tricks on how you do it. Me personally, whenever I buy marijuana, when I buy it and I need to travel, I put it inside of a pocket pussy. It sounds counterintuitive, but here's the thing. If a police officer suspects that you have marijuana inside of a fake vagina, he is going to have to make a business decision. Because you can't arrest somebody on a hunch. You got to go knuckle deep and figure it out. Is it an ape? Is it a quarter? What are we charging him with? Well, I'll tell you right now. If you arrest me after finding... Actually, let me tell you this real quick. I forgot to tag in the jump. Let's run it back. Is it an ape? This is a quarter. What are we charging him with? Because a lot of police officers will tell you they back the blue. Not enough their finger for green. They don't. Also, if you arrest me after finding weed in my pocket pussy, I'm telling everybody at jail. I'm going to walk in, they're going to go, "What are you in for?" And I'm going to go, "I don't know, why don't you ask Officer Cummy Fingers back there." Listen, that's my time. Thank you guys.
Y'all keep it going for Kenny Sempian. He doesn't know one of my kinks is getting put in my place. Oh my God, I'm ready. He's the third. Okay, all right. We've been talking about it. We've been leading up to it all night. I've been told to keep a tight ship, and y'all have been drinking, so it's been really tough, to be honest. We've been doing our best, but we've gotten finally to our headliner. I'm super excited about it, y'all, because I have had her down before at Totally Awesome Bar. We do a First Friday show every first Friday of the month. It's $5. And I thought, she's so good, she deserves a far better audience. And congratulations, Front Porch Improv. You are the best stand-up comedy audience in Savannah, Georgia. Give it up for yourselves. And do me a favor, keep that going for your headliner, Allie Ed!
Keep it going for Brendan. And all the comics we've seen tonight, my dear friend Kristen, Stephanie, Kennedy, are you guys having a good time? Are we having fun? Ladies, you guys look like you're having a great time. How many bags of popcorn have you down so far? I'm on 3. 1. Okay, wow, I'm embarrassed. Okay. How are we doing, Savannah? There it is. Oh, it's so good to be here. Listen, you're in for a treat because I am so good at stand-up comedy. Oh, I am so good. I'm so good at it, in fact, that I do have a full-time corporate job. Thank you so much. I do. Yeah, don't clap for that. I hate it. I do. Do you work corporate?
No.
What do you do for a living?
Drive truck.
You drive a truck and
I
just
do.
happen to stop through Savannah on your way?
I was here on the way to, wherever.
To wherever? You don't know? You don't even give you an itinerary. You don't know where you're going? Okay, well, same here for me tonight. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Let's just see where we land. Anyone else report? You guys have an office job?
Yeah.
So what do you guys do for a living? Retail, you're what?
Mixologist.
A mixologist. Okay, she's a bartender. Don't try to church it up. Okay, that's cute. I love that for you. She's He's like, damn, you caught me. A mixologist. But does anyone have an office job?
Yeah.
Wow, you're way too excited about it after 5 p.m. on Friday. I do not cheer that loud. Listen, here's the thing about comedy. Sometimes people get confused why I do this because I don't mean to brag, but I do have a fully vested 401k. You know, like, Brendan's paying me in drinks tonight. So that's why I still have to work at the office. And so people ask me, like, what is that job? What do you do for work? Like, what does a day in the life of look like when you have an office job? And here's the thing, guys. It's just emails. Right? You either are the truck driver that let out your air brakes or you related too hard to that. I can't tell. It's just email. And I don't mean to brag, but I write really good emails. I wrote an email so good last week, I printed it off and mailed it to my boss. Like, this deserves a forever stamp, you know? Email. It's just email. I don't mean the per my last email. Is anybody writing those?
Yes.
You said that really loud, man. You should stop doing that because here's the thing, everyone at your job hates you. Stop writing per my last name. Do you CC people's managers too, just to escalate it?
It's usually to parents. I'm a teacher.
Oh, you're a teacher. Bless your heart. Pray for her soul. You should quit that job for sure. Yeah, no, give it up for the teachers. What grade do you teach?
Second.
Second grade. Oh, they're so dumb at that age. Oh, my sister's a second grade teacher. So I'm going to donate all my money to you tonight because, they don't make any money. She goes late on rent a lot. Okay. Not you, my sister. Actually, if you could talk to her, that'd be great. Per my last email. This is why we don't send those. I just think we're better than that. You know what I mean? Per my last email is like, it's entry level. If I were to compare it to something, I don't know. Okay, it's kind of like, you'll get this, mixologist. It's kind of like the first time you let your high school boyfriend finger you in the back of his souped up Ford Escort. Or teacher, his gremlin. Does that help? Okay. Like, it sounds like a good time, you know? You've heard other people talk about it, and you're like, I can't wait for my turn. And then your moment comes along, and you're like, that is not as satisfying as I thought it was going to be. Because that guy is never going to find that email. Scrolling the wrong direction. Listen, adorable gay couple in the front. That is a clitoris joke, and it was never about email. You don't need to know about it, but for the straight guys, if you could just Google that term on your way home and do your ladies a favor, that'd be great. Thank you so much. People will ask me, like, how did you get into comedy? And I think it's because when I was little, my dad used to tell me, oh, I didn't do this, damn it. Okay, very professional. My dad used to tell me all the time, like, Allie, you are so funny. You are so funny, but looks aren't everything.
Ouch.
I know. It's fine. I've done a lot of therapy. Okay, I've watched a lot of TikTok videos about therapy. Neurodivergent. Isn't everyone just neurodivergent at this point? Like, are we all just ADHD, self-diagnosed?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, too excited about it. Where's the Adderall tonight? Okay. It is. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He kind of had a point. My dad kind of had a point. I was a train wreck of a kid. Like, I was like the stinky kid, you know, like who had a lot of home haircuts. Yeah, when she would get like anxiety or overwhelmed, she would cut my bangs instead of hers, you know. At one point, I had handlebar mustache bangs. Yeah, just like the perfect curl, just like, oh, there. And it was actually very useful because I was also a very chubby kid, so my mom would use those handlebars just to direct me away from the refrigerator. It didn't work. But it did. No, don't feel bad for me. Stay tuned. It gets better. You can see me now. Thank you, sir. It was. I think it's because, so my parents, they're still married today, 45 years this year. Okay, well, they're not here, so I'll tell them you said it. 45 years, and it is really, I will say, it is really, really lovely to see a couple who is deeply, deeply codependent, just white knuckling that relationship until the end, It's inspirational for me to never do it. So my parents, they're still together, and they had 5 kids. I'm the middle of 5 kids. You know, as the middle child, I'm up here seeking outside validation. So yeah, they don't know where I am. I was the middle child. And I didn't get like they just, I feel like they just didn't have a lot of time to teach us things. Like, for instance, I never got a sex talk. Did you guys get sex talks? No? Okay, you guys are together, one did, one didn't. Did you figure it out? I did figure it out. I do know where babies come from now. And I'm not trying to have kids anytime soon, so I take precaution. I always spit, so it's okay. Gotta be careful mixing all this. You're mixing the wrong things, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand nutrition. They didn't teach me the food. I thought for the longest time, I thought peanut butter and jellies were the perfect food. You have your protein, you have your grade, you have your fruit. What else do you need, We were a big hamburger helper family. Turns out it helped nothing. It actually hurt a lot. If I'm being honest with you guys, it hurt a lot. I was a big kid. Is anyone else here chubby as a kid? Or now? It's fine for chubby now. Yeah, I wasn't cute chubby though. I was a big kid. Do you know they call little boys who are chubby?
Husky.
Husky. All right, we have some traumatized people from there. Husky. Oh my God, that's adorable. Have you seen a husky? Oh, they're beautiful. You want to cuddle them. Some people collect them. They have a lot of them. It makes me want to feed it more. Are you kidding? I want to love it. Little girls, what they call us. Do you guys know what they call us when we're chubby? Fat. No, they just call us fat. They just called us fat. I remember in the 5th grade, there was a friend of mine, and we thought it would be a fun after-school activity to weigh ourselves and compare the numbers. Oh yeah, stay tuned. She stepped on the scale, and she's like, "Oh, I'm 55 pounds." And then I stepped on the scale, I was like, "Oh, I'm 110, I doubled it, I win." I lost, that's what I found out later in life. I lost that game. No, it's okay. This is the thing. I'm gonna get there. We're gonna come back to all you guys feeling bad for me, but you shouldn't. Thank you, sir. Say it louder, God. No, I was just a big kid. It was just my path in life, When I was by the time I got to middle school, I was fully into women's size clothing. Did anyone else show up to their first day of 6th grade in a 3-piece matching set from Talbot's, or was that just me? I did, and I will say by the time I got to high school, I was kind of maybe we should do something about this. I was like, I kind of want to change some things. And I remember, looking in the mirror. Well, here's the thing. I was a teenage girl in the early 2000s, which I know is blowing your minds right now because you're like, she's only 25, the math doesn't work out. But I was. We didn't have, in that time, it was all diet culture. Everything was reduced fat, skim, all that stuff. We didn't have the body positivity movement then. We weren't normalizing all types of bodies, which is beautiful. I love that we do that now. I wish I'd had that when I was younger. I wish I had a Lizzo, or an Adele. Well, okay, she quit the team. And Rebel Wilson, we didn't see that coming, did we? Oh no, and a lesbian? Wow, double whammy. Rebel really looked up for her name. We didn't have that, so I do remember looking in the mirror as a fat teenage girl in high school in the 2000s, and I was just I just want to turn to the side and just disappear. I just want to turn and just be one shoulder. I just want to disappear. Which is hilarious to me now because back then, as a fat teenage girl in the early 2000s, I was already invisible to everyone. So, no, laughing is the right response to that because it's very true. That's just the way it was. That was the culture. And I'm trying to work through that now because now, I did work. I did do the work. I changed my life. I lost the weight 20 years later, and so I did do the work. And I should contextualize it for you guys. I lost 135 pounds as of last week. Yeah. Thank you. That is the cheap clap. That is the cheapest lunch break that I was doing. That's at least love. That's like 2 Reese Witherspoons, at least. You know, if you're doing the math on that. I did. And so I'm like, at this place, here's the thing about being fat. Because I was like, fat. People get uncomfortable with the word fat, but like that's just a descriptor. It's not, there's nothing inherently wrong with being fat. I remember when people would tell me when I was big, they're like, oh, but you're still beautiful. And it's like, yeah, fucking no. I'm just fat. I didn't say it was ugly. You know what I mean? Those aren't different things, you know? But people make, and there's like this weird thing, especially in the 2000s, like you almost had to like come out as fat. You did. Can anyone else relate to this? Like, it was like we danced around it so much, but I'd have to be like, hey guys, I know, right? Like, we can all see me. And so now I'm trying to like accept, it's true. I'm trying to accept the term hot. Like sometimes people will tell me I'm hot, and then I'll just like instinctively go wipe the sweat from my brow. I was like, oh no, they know. You know what I mean? Because that was my life for so long. But now people will tell me I'm hot, like you guys right now are all like yelling it out at me, like, Oh my God, you guys know I'm a little child, I need the validation. And I'm trying to accept it, you know, and I'll say, like, I can accept that I'm like stand-up hot. Not stand-up comedy hot. Like, I'm only hot when I'm standing up. That's what I'm saying. Oh, ladies, I sit down and then my thighs do that thing. It's very spready. Do you know what we're talking about? It's just like overworked pizza dough in my lap, you know? It's called thick. We did rebrand it, and I'm here for that. We rebranded it. I'm thinking about going back, honestly. Yeah. I did lose weight. I lost most of my weight through the pandemic. So there was this thing that happened a couple years ago in the rest of the world. I don't know that it came here, but there was like... Did Savannah do it? Did you guys opt into the pandemic? Or you're like, open container, open air virus, who cares? I did. I lost my way through the pandemic. I also fell in love during that time.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I did. Here's the thing. He's a very tall, very skinny man. Okay, he's very, very tall, very, very skinny. So tall, in fact, it's not relevant to the joke at all. I just like to brag. He's 6'4", man. You get it. So much. All right. She put no effort into that. Okay. She's like, I'm really short. Okay. 6'4". You have to be careful with 6'4". Okay. And to get distracted, is he 6'4"? Okay, stay tuned. Go over here. Hey, you have to be careful with 6'4" because 6'4", you get distracted by the long legs and the strapping torso, right? Then you get to dinner and you look them in the eye and you're like, ooh, he's 6'4", but his face is more of a 4'5". You know? Not you, sir. You're beautiful. To him. And he's 6'4". He was doing this thing in the pandemic where he was, I don't even know if I'm saying the term correctly. Truck driver, maybe you can let me know. You gasped? I didn't even say the thing yet. No, he literally is a truck driver. That wasn't like, I wasn't calling him on it. I don't know what happened. He's offended for you.
That's fine.
He's on the road to somewhere later. We still don't know yet. We're going to find out before the end of my set where you're going to go. He was doing this thing that I was unfamiliar with. He was trying to bulk up. Have you heard of the... Yes. Have you guys heard of the term? Yes. Okay. I hadn't. I was unfamiliar. But if you're like me, you didn't know what that meant. It just meant that's where men eat whatever the hell they want, and they call it a fitness routine. I was like, oh yeah, women do that too. It's just usually about this time of year, and we don't find out until we try on our bikinis in April, and then we cry in our closet. That's what it's like for women, okay? Bulking up. I have never met a woman in my life who was trying to actively gain weight on purpose, you know? I think of all the male privilege, that one is the worst. The liberals are in the front, Republicans back there somewhere. Oh my God. was trying to bulk up. He had this daily practice where he would step on the scale and weigh himself every morning, which was confusing to me because why would you wake up and just hurt your own feelings, you know? He did, and then one day he stepped on the scale and he called out across in the room. He said, babe, I'm 5 pounds away from my goal weight. And then he said the number. And then I knew that we had to break up. Because we had the same goal weight. Just coming at it from different directions, you know? It's not that I'm superficial that I cared about the number, it's just that I realized if there were an emergency situation and one of us had to say, here, hop on my back, I'll get us out of here, it wasn't gonna be him. I'd already carried that entire relationship. I wasn't gonna carry that man. He's not here, he can handle it, it's okay. We're doing fine. So I am single again. Thank you. Is anyone else in here single? Yeah. Are there any single men in the house? Okay. Any single men between the ages of 30 and 40? No. All right, you're my boyfriend now. Thank you so much. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. So I'll tell you what, I'm not going back on the dating apps. Absolutely not. Trash. Are any of you guys on the dating apps? Don't say heck. She said heck no. That's how we know you're lying, ma'am. Because the dating apps to single people are like, it's like a LinkedIn profile for a professional working person. Like, you may not need it all the time, but you gotta have one up just in case, you know. Just in case you need a new opportunity. You know? I don't want to go back though. I don't want to go back. Did anyone meet their partner on a dating app?
Woo!
You did?
Yeah.
No. Okay. You did?
Yes.
Which app?
eHarmony.
Okay, so you met like 35 years ago. That doesn't count anymore. I was doing that. Did anyone else meet? I felt like there was someone over here. Did anyone meet? What did you guys meet on? Bumble. When's the wedding? Not yet. Are you guys? Is he here tonight?
No, he's not.
Okay. Well, it's not working out. All right. Sorry to bring it up. Actually, I don't know. I just thought of this. That breakup wasn't the worst breakup I've ever had. I should tell. The worst breakup I ever had was when I ended an engagement. Oh. I know, the drama. Because did I keep it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the baby. I was like, oh, I take precaution. I told you that earlier. No, well, here's the thing about, that's not even the hardest part about ending an engagement is like, by the time you get to that point, like, more people are involved, you know, like a lot of families, whatever. You don't know how everyone's going to take the news when you end an engagement. I think in my situation, the person who took it the hardest was his fiance. I wish that was just a joke for comedy. Here's the thing, I'm going to lose some of you guys on this. I didn't know he was engaged. We met on a dating app. That's why I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back on the dating apps. I talked to my married friends about them, and they have some real, like, great hot takes on dating. Like, one friend was like, I don't know, it sounds kind of fun. It sounds like an adult version of Go Fish. How are we going to compare it to some childhood games? I might choose some different ones, you know, like, off the top of my head, Sorry. Or Trouble. It's like I'm trying to find, it's like the game Clue, but I'm trying to find the one guy who isn't the murderer. You know what I mean? At this point, it is starting to feel like a very high-stakes game of Old Maid for me. It's fine. I have one of those pacts with a friend, you know. If we get to the age of 45 and we're still single, and that number does go up every year, this year, if we're at the age of 45 and still single, we will hunt each other for sport. So it's gonna work out, which honestly sounds like the better option than marriage. But dating apps. I've gone on a lot of dates on dating apps. Do you guys want to know about some of them?
Yeah.
ladies, are you single and on the dating apps? I feel like you're my people. I can just sense it in my spirit. Okay. All right. So I don't know. Well, you can tell me if you can relate to any of this. I am your people. You're my people. Listen, I might switch to the other team later. That does sound like more ideal at this point. Like, I want, you guys have friends with benefits. You guys heard that term. I want like a life partner without those benefits, and then we just, the benefits are like joint health insurance and like retirement plans. We vacation together, but then we just like troll for dick on the weekends. If you're down, I'm down, girl. If you're down, I'm down. That's what I'm doing now.
Dating site.
What was that?
New dating site.
New dating site? No, God, I don't have talk to the tech bros I met earlier. Where are my tech boys?
Gotta game the system.
Game the system. The system's gamed me a good bit, so I think we're doing it wrong. All right, we've gone off the rails here. I don't even know what time it is. Okay. We've gone off the rails. Here's some dates that I've been on. I went on a date with a guy. We'll start here. When I broke up with that guy, everyone tells you, and if you've ever broken up with a man as a woman, I don't know how it is for men, and I truly don't care, but for women, when you break up with someone, they tell us the best way to get over one man is to drunkenly call your ex-boyfriend every night and then show up at his house and meet his new girlfriend on accident. Did I do that wrong? Okay, now we're figuring out why I'm here. Okay. Clicking. No, the best way to get over one man is to get under another. That is what the adage says, so that is what we must do, So I tried it. I broke up with a guy. I immediately went on a vacation to Aruba, not to brag, thank you. I went on Aruba, and I met this guy, and I was like, all right, this is the moment. We just gotta break the seal. We just gotta do it. And so we were at the beach, and it was fine. He was wearing his board shorts. Is that what they're called, dudes? I don't know. To me, it was very confusing because there's nothing sexier than the sound of Velcro and fastening with a fun little shoestring puzzle right behind it. And he was like a beach dude, so when he came, he yelled, "Hang 10." And I was like, more like hanging 5 to 7, but we'll do what we gotta do. I went on a date with this other guy, and whatever. I stayed the night at his house, and woke up the next morning, and that's when I saw that he had all this Christian signage on his wall. Yeah. One of the signs said, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And I was like, well, sir, I don't know how to tell you this, but you can't do all things. These ladies already get it. For those of you who don't, gentlemen, what I'm trying to say is he was waiting on the second coming. And I was still waiting on the first. I got my hopes up a little bit. I did. I got my hopes up a little bit. This guy asked me to dinner. Where are my girls at? Okay, I'm gonna talk to y'all. No one else is here right now with us. So this guy asked me to dinner, and he made reservations. I know, but did you hear how impressed they were as single women? Are you guys alive back there? Are we still with us? You guys are, and you're like, we're all married and we don't understand. Okay. He made reservations, okay? Spoiler alert, I should have had some reservations, okay? So we get to dinner, and he texts me on the way there. He was like, hey, just so you can find me, I am wearing a white polo shirt, which is boring, but fine. Khakis. A baseball cap. And flip-flops. Okay. Which, thank you so much for, distinguishing yourself with the flip-flops so that I could sort you out from all the other men and find the unclipped toenails of my Prince Charming. And it was... I'll tell you, we know within minutes, it was a bad date. It was a bad date. And But I'm a nice lady, okay? So I'm a nice lady. I'm powered through that day because I really do enjoy free drinks and food. So I sat it out. But at the end of the day, I was so done. I was ready to go home. And he was like, hey, let me walk you to your car. I don't want you to get murdered.
Thank God. Thank God.
And I just looked him dead in the eye and I said, you know what? I'm ready. Honestly. Take me out now. I'm not in an age where I can be picky anymore. You know, I have one rule now for dating. And that is that I will no longer date a man whose name starts with the letter
J!
J. The single women get it every time. Are there any men here whose name starts with the letter J? All right, well, you get a pass because you're in a same-sex loving relationship. I assume, are you guys together? Josh or Josh. Okay, Josh, you can stay. Anyone else? Okay, get the fuck out of here, Josh. I don't like your kind. And it's not even, I'm not even biased, it's like an internet meme, right? It's an internet meme.
It's real life.
But it's real life. Here's the thing. In the last, since I broke up with that dude, I've done the market research, okay? For my people. I've done it. I have dated a Jay, a Justin, a Jeremy, a Jerome, a Gerard, a Jared, 2 Joes, 4 Jameses, and just to see if maybe it was a phonetic issue, a Javier. All bad. All bad. All bad. It's gotten so bad for me, in fact, that I don't go to church anymore. Wait, how did I tell me? How did I do this? Okay, no, it's cool. I'm a professional guy. I don't go to church anymore. Yeah, they were in Jesus for me. I'm sorry. A 33-year-old man, no kids, never married, just running around. He's with his bros all day, telling his stories. He's a fully employable skill, but doesn't work. I'm good. I've let that guy into my heart one too many times. And if you think about it, he's kind of a typical dude. He's just another guy begging you to put a part of his body in your mouth. So you throw back a glass of wine and do it. Then you're actually feeling pretty good about it, so you invite him to come inside you. And after a while, it feels like you're reaching out a lot more than you're hearing back, Just looking around anywhere for a sign that he's still there. Till it finally dawns on you that that guy is never coming back. And you just got Holy Ghosted. Parents love that joke. Listen, you guys took it like a champ. Thank you for being on my side with that one. Sometimes people pull back. They get a little uncomfortable. Because they're like, oh, you can't say that about Jesus. I like to think that Jesus has a sense of humor. I think he can take it. I think Jesus can handle getting a little roasted, And if he can't, then I soon will. It's gonna work out. All right, you guys are fucking awesome. Thank you. Give it up for the comments you saw tonight. Follow me on Instagram. I love you so much. I'm getting married. I love you.
Y'all keep it going for Allie, Ed, Kenny, Stimpy, and Stephanie Weber, and Kristen Neal. Everyone you saw tonight, let them hear it. We are at the part of the show where I have no more comedians for you. I know, it's sad. but we do this roughly every 3 months. I know that's too long for you to remember next time, but just follow Front Porch Improv, and I'll give them the things, and they'll post the things, and you'll find out about the thing again. Guys, thank you so much. If you saw someone you love tonight, tell them we live on attention. Please let them know you love what they did. Thank you so much, and good night.